Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Salome here. I cannot believe that another year has passed, but I'm actually very happy and content with myself this year because I have watched so many films. I have to say a huge disclaimer before I share my list with you. I really believe that there are no such things as bad and good films because filmmaking is a very complicated process, okay? And also on top of that, watching films is a very intimate process and it's a very subjective experience. So by no means I want to say that these are objectively the worst films of 2022, of course. So if you like them, please continue liking and enjoying them. These are just my opinions. I am a person with my own taste, and I think as everyone, I'm entitled and I'm free to have my opinions. And if you are like me, and I know that many friends appreciate my recommendations, you will love this list. These are just my reflections and my thoughts. And to be honest, I love to track down my own opinions and thoughts because sometimes they change a bit. So this year, I have to say that a few films ended up in the worst category. I watched a lot of films, and most of the films that I watched have ended up in the mediocre, in between, good one-time watch films. The first three films that I will talk about could have ended in the in-between category. So guys, I have included films that many of my acquaintances really liked, and I'm not, afraid of saying, not bad, but saying my opinions, which can be different from others. I think the difference is what makes the discussion interesting. Can you imagine if you surround yourself only with people who always think the way you think? What a boring life, right? So I have very diverse group of friends, and to be honest, most of them like the films that I hate. So what's the problem? I don't know. We can always discuss, sometimes fight over films, and then the next thing we know, we are drinking cocktails and laughing together. That's what adults do, The first one being not the worst, but it's quite bad. Yeah, let's just say what it is. If you are calling yourself an independent author filmmaker, have the decency to put something new on the table. Oh, I know that nothing's new in this universe, but the way of seeing is always new. You can always have a new attitude towards the past events. Love is love, friendship is friendship, human pain is human pain, but how we adopt them, how we write the script about them, that's where our talent and our difference lies. So I was very disappointed that I have seen a lot of films that were quite repetitive. For example, Hold Me Tight, which is a 2021 film, but because it was released later, it's considered to be 2022 release. So I love the leading actress. She's so wonderful in it, but even her talent doesn't save the film because it's just written in a mediocre, independent filmmaking style. What I mean is that there are a lot of films dedicated to the subject of a woman leaving the family or woman experiencing alienation with her children and her husband. So if you are taking this subject, please have a refreshing point of view. This film was, even though it is narrated in a fragmented way, which may seem innovative, it's not. It really bored me, and yeah, I was just waiting for some type of freshness to appear, some type of, you know, when you are attached and when you just are, when you are obsessed and you just cannot wait to follow the film. I just want people to sometimes spot and sense the difference between really different and innovative films and films that are made by independent author filmmakers, but they are indeed mediocre and quite repetitive. So we need to spot this difference because there are really innovative films made by author independent filmmakers, and there are films by author and innovative minds which just in execution fail to be innovative. And there is nothing wrong to, you know, hold these filmmakers accountable for what they do. I don't think we're like bad mouthing the filmmakers, we're just sharing our opinions. And for example, have White Noise in this list. And I love Noah Baumbach. I just love his films and I recommend his films to all of my friends. But past 2-3 years, he's just not doing and not making good films. Let's just say it, you know. I love his earlier works. It's so fresh. It's just so different. So interesting for me to follow, even the characters, the cast, everything. But White Noise just is been there, done that, very mediocre. It's like a late Woody Allen film gone wrong. So I don't know what Noah Baumbach wanted to do with this film. There is, like, even the dialogues, they are so repetitive. It's not innovative, it's not catching, it's not exciting, it's not something that I would expect from such a wonderful mind, you know? So although I respect Noah like immensely and I will of course follow his career, this film ended up in the worst film. And I was actually shocked when I realized that this film was so bad, because I was hoping that it would end up in in-between category, at least in in-between category. And no chemistry, no magic in the film. It's just so dry. The other film that failed to be what it potentially could be is Corsage. And I have said it once and I will say it again, I don't like biopics because, as I have said, many people fail to respectfully show us the life of this or that empress, emperor, king or queen or celebrity. They most of the time reduce the character to victimized wife or poor female non-emancipated creature. They just reduce human beings to gender or I don't know, relationship victim or something else. And here again, the potential of this film is so good. It could be something like you know, Bruno Dumont's Camille Claudel, which is amazing adaptation, slightly fictional, of Camille Claudel's late life. Or it could be something like Albert Serra, The Death of Louis XIV. These two are my, how to say, the examples of the best biopics ever. Or it's not only biography, it is just adaptation, fictional adaptation of real people and how they lived. And Corsage attempts to do something similar with Austrian Empress Elizabeth's life, but yes, it just fails and turns into a mediocre film. And yeah, although I like the acting, I like the cast very much, the execution of the film is really